look so fine and I really want to make you mine. I said you look so fine and I really want to make you mine. 4, 5, 6, come on and get your kicks. Now you don't need the money when you look like that, do you, honey? Big black boots, long brown hair. She's so sweet.
Hello and welcome to the Mid Show. I'm your host, David Ellis. Now, before we get to our interview with Kyle Dudley, I just wanted to say that I'm supposed to be doing a 5-page paper, but I thought it would be more interesting to do a video instead. It's from my class, Society of the Individual, with Rebecca Tiger, who's awesome, by the way, and it's supposed to be on social justice in Durkheim. Now, social justice, basically what Durkheim says is that justice in society should reflect the wants and needs of everyone in that society. So I'm interested to see whether or not the honor code and disciplinary system are up to your standards and your wants and needs. And if they are, then maybe we're doing it right here. But if they're not, maybe we should look into change. But yeah, let's see what you guys had to say.
I think the honor code is good in theory.
Not really sure what the honor code is.
We're talking about the academic honor code.
It's some document they give us at the beginning that we kind of forget over the 4 years.
It actually isn't fair.
I think the honor code is very fair.
I think the honor code serves its purpose. It makes people aware of what the expectations are.
It's just not well explained.
I think that the honor code is fair if it would ever actually work.
In terms of how it's enforced, I don't think it's enforced correctly.
I think if you do something wrong, there should be repercussions, and a board that embodies the student body and the faculty to decide that is a good way of doing so.
I think it's pretty fair. I think it's what the students make out of it. I mean, when you sign it, you tell yourself that you're going to finish your exam in time.
I think in order for the honor code to work, it really has to be built on trust.
They have a good intention.
It works well, but students don't really know much about it.
I think that a lot of it happens underground and behind the scenes, and it's not really exposed so that people don't understand the consequences.
I think it's fair. I think it's good that they trust the students to abide by certain principles of honesty and not cheat, but it can be taken advantage of by some students.
Discipline enforcements are too harsh, but I understand the college's policy towards the honor code. I understand that cheating is taken very seriously, especially at a school like Middlebury.
Scale of 1 to 10, I would say it's about a 7 on the harsh side.
When you go to the judicial board, they don't really look at the intention. If you plagiarize, you plagiarize.
There are a lot of people who don't get caught, and there are people who get caught by accident, or not get caught, but trip up,
Teachers shouldn't just leave the room. I think too much trust is placed in the students. If they're going to enforce a strict policy, they need to enforce it fairly on everybody.
My freshman year, my roommate started a fight with a kid, and he got suspended. That was fine. But the kid that got in the fight fought back in self-defense and threw 1 punch, and he was also suspended for a semester. The system doesn't really make sense to me in some ways.
I've heard of people, getting into verbal arguments and, being suspended for a semester, which I think is absolutely ridiculous.
You kind of have to set the example, and we're at Middlebury College, right, a very prestigious school, and I think it has to kind of be like that.
At Haverford College, the Judicial Committee and the Disciplinary Committee are all students, and there's one faculty advisor. And also, at that college, the students can attend any of them. They're all open forum, or they're open, so they can attend any of them whenever they happen. So I think that might help in Middlebury.
If we make the decision to continue with an honor code, I think every assignment has to be signed with the honor code. The reason why it's not working, or that it might not be perfect, I feel is because people are constantly forced to be reminded about it.
All right, thanks so much for everyone who participated. I would say that the honor code is fair, but it definitely needs some kind of change if not everybody is on the same page. I've heard that they're looking into changing it. It seems like people are starting to think that there needs to be a proctor in the classrooms. And I mean, if not the entire society agrees, or the majority, I definitely think that it should be changed. I also think that there's not enough awareness. I read through all the rules online of the honor code, and I'm not even sure that everyone is aware of them. Even though you sign it, you definitely kind of forget over your 4 years here. And that seems to be the general consensus when I've interviewed everyone. But besides that, I think the disciplinary system here is alright. I think the only thing that I would change is the repercussions for self-defense, like someone said on the video. I agree with that, and I think that if someone were to respond to someone attacking them with self-defense, I don't think there should be the same repercussions. As you can see, I still got my Middlebury cheering section gear on. I just want to say how much I really appreciate you coming and being a guest on the mid-show. Fresh off a NESCAC Championship, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, David, and thanks for having me.
So tell me, Kyle, what is the most memorable basketball moment of all time for you?
Without a question, today, winning the NESCAC Championship at home, first ever in the school's history. It was a great game. We fought so hard together. We've worked so hard to get to this point. I've been waiting for this for 4 years, and to win it at home, to win it against Amherst, who is a team that our senior class had never beaten. We were 0-4 against them coming into today. To win it on our home court is very, very special, and an experience I'll remember for the rest of my life.
All right, so who's your favorite NBA team or player?
I've been a Nets fan my whole life. I'm from around in Scarsdale, New York, because where I grew up outside New York City. But I grew up a Nets fan, so I still love the Nets, and they're having kind of a shaky season, but I'll always be a Nets fan.
All right, so let's talk about the tournament a little bit. What do you think the keys to success were in this tournament for the basketball team?
I think the keys were just sticking together and working hard and executing our game plans. I mean, I think we played great defense today and throughout the tournament. We out-rebounded Amherst today, and they're the second-best rebounding team in the NESCAC. We out-rebounded Bolton yesterday, who's the number one rebounding team in the NESCAC. So we really worked hard on the boards. And when our offense wasn't going well, we stayed in the game because we played such great defense. And everyone who came in the game just played so hard and gave such a tremendous effort. And we just had fun, and we loved being out there, and it was great to get the wins.
So we found out who's going to be the first opponent for you guys in the first round of the NCAA tournament?
That will be announced tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, actually. I think around 11 or 12. Like 11 a.m. They will be doing the whole Division III NCAA tournament brackets. So we'll find out where we'll be playing, which we hope to have a few more games here at home. But yeah, we will find out our opponent tomorrow. Tomorrow morning.
All right. Well, thanks so much for being a guest on the Mid Show. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's a great show.
All right, that's going to do it for the Mid Show. Thanks so much for my volunteers for the survey. Also to Kyle Dudley for coming on the show, fresh off a win. Also, if you want, please send me an email at themidshow@gmail.com with any questions or comments that you have, or if you want to see someone else on the show, let me know. I'm David Ellis. Thanks so much for watching.
Talk about your money, but I really don't care. I'm in the copper street, now I'm trying to ride. First black nigga, then a rap trillionaire. I control, he done bought the bottom.